Hey everybody, and in today's video I have a Q&A. I haven't done one of these in quite a bit, but in today's video I thought I would do it a little bit differently. I asked you guys on my Snapchat a few days ago, which is, I'll leave my Snapchat either it'll be on the left side of the screen or the right side down here, not too sure. So I asked you guys on my Snapchat to send me in some photos with like text attached to it of some questions, and then I was going to feature the photo on my video. So during the video I will have like a little screenshot of the question here on the screen. So my phone is literally on 8% right now, so hopefully it does not die. Do you guys like my phone case? I got it off Amazon. I'll try and find the link to it and leave it down below if you're interested. So the first question is, any advice to someone wanting to be a makeup artist? So one thing that I would say would be, if you're wanting to become a makeup artist, you need to start taking it a little bit more seriously, because I know whenever I done makeup, whenever I done my friends' makeup, even my own makeup, I've always wanted to be a makeup artist. But I mean, whenever you're doing makeup as a hobby, it is entirely different to doing it as a job. Like, the fact that you're able to do your makeup just in your own time, just at your own pace, but whenever you're on like a tight time scale with people coming in back to back, and like there's literally no room for any error, like you need to make sure your work is really like pretty much perfect. So because you're working on the public, so you want to make sure you're providing a really good service for the public, and you don't want to let people down and do like really ugly makeup on them. So you need to make sure that your game's on point, and you need to make sure that your makeup is really good on people and the people are going to be satisfied. Whereas whenever you doing it as a hobby, you don't really need to worry about those things. So I definitely would say advice on becoming a makeup artist would definitely take all that into consideration, and just say to yourself, could you see yourself doing that from like 9 to 5 each day, back to back, without any breaks? Because I know it can get quite intense whenever you have like a full booked out day. So I feel like that's something that's really important as well. I feel like that's sort of like one of the main points in my opinion, just because it isn't entirely different to being like your own little makeup artist compared to being a proper professional makeup artist, because it is so different, and you definitely need to take into consideration if you're going to be able to stick at it. Because I feel like that's quite of like an important point and something to take into consideration. So the next question is, if you could only pick one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? PS, I love you so much. Thank you so much, I love you too. If I could pick one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? Oh my gosh, recently, literally since like last Monday, every day this week I've had these panini things, and like literally my mum's going around to Tesco's, because I've been going up to my mum's house to have them because it's just so much easier like cooking up there. So literally like she goes around to Tesco's nearly every day and just gets like the stuff, and I just make me and my mum them because they're absolutely gorgeous. So you literally just get like paninis, and then I get like this like chutney sauce stuff, and like I would never normally be the type of person to like all weird stuff like this, but literally they're gorgeous. You get like, you put your sauce in, you toast the wee panini, and then you put like pancetta in, which is just like really thin crispy bacon, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then you put in some tomatoes, and also sprinkle like loads of like grated cheese on it, and then put it in the grill, and it melts all together, and it's literally, oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. I'd love it right now, even though I had it this morning. But yeah. So what is your favorite perfume? I'm not really like a big perfume person. Like my mom would have like a shitload of perfumes, and like would totally like want perfumes for Christmas and stuff. Like, whereas I would never be like the type. I would just always wear like little body sprays, like Victoria's Secret body sprays, Hollister, stuff like that. But I mean, like I love the Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb perfume. I also love the Limpa. This is how you know I'm not a perfume fan, because I have no idea. One of my top one is Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb. I absolutely love it. Tell something we didn't know about you. Something you didn't know about me. It's a really, really, really hard question. Something you don't know about me. I literally cannot think. Something that just reminded me just there was, because I have a bottle of Lucozade sitting right in front of me. You know the Lucozade original, the fizzy one in the red bottle? I literally love that. It's probably one of my favourite drinks, but it's so sugary. Maybe that's one thing you didn't know about me. It's such a stupid fact. Like, I wish I could totally have thought of something quite good there. How do you stay so confident wearing no makeup? I tried, but nothing seems to work. I feel like this is also a kind of good question to touch on, just because like all of my followers, you have people like, okay, so you have people right at the end of the spectrum which are like, okay, I'm totally wearing no makeup and being entirely confident, and then some people are like, I could not leave the house without no makeup on, and I was definitely one of those people. I remember in about 3rd, 4th, perhaps 5th year, I remember sending one of my friends, like I couldn't even go and answer the door to someone if I had no makeup on. Like I remember I used to be so insecure with my face, like I used to hate it so much without any makeup, and I felt like I used to look so young, and just because you know whenever you're younger you always just want to be older, like that's just a thing, and then whenever you are older you're like, why did I even think about saying that, because now I wish I was younger. But I mean, like I remember saying like to my friends, like I couldn't go to the door and answer the door to someone, or like go anywhere without any makeup on, like even if it was just a bit of bronzer or foundation or something, like I had to have something on. But I feel like whenever you do get older, you do become to like love yourself more and accept your body for the way it is. And I know I'm not really one to talk because I get lip fillers, blah blah, like, you know, some people are just like so hateful whenever I talk about lip fillers, but I mean, like, I totally, again, on the cosmetic surgery end of things, if you're one that gets cosmetic surgery, lip fillers, Botox, anything which is going to make you happier, go for it. If it's going to make you happier, then why not, you know what I mean? But whenever it comes to makeup and confidence, I just like think like you just need to do it. And I know it's easier said than done, but I mean, like, go and get yourself like a nice wee moisturizer and get like a nice wee skincare routine, and then your skin will look nice and healthy and glowy, and then you might be like okay with going outside without any makeup on. Because I know whenever I go outside without any makeup on, I always have to have like so much moisturizer on my skin. I don't know what it is, I just love my face looking really shiny and oily for some reason. Even though my skin's dry, I just love it looking quite shiny with like moisturizer. It's so weird. But I mean, like, if you're not confident with wearing makeup outside, try like a new skincare routine and get your skin nice and healthy and glowy, and then you might become more happier with your skin and your face, and then you might become a little bit more confident to go outside, to go out into public. So it just got to the point with me where I was just like, who cares? Like, I don't care, so if anyone else has a problem, let them work away, but it's my face, my body, I'll do what I want. But you just need to learn to love yourself and just get on with things, because life's too short to be just kind of walking and down and about. Like, you need to just go for it and just do it. So the next question is, have you ever tried e.l.f. cosmetics and what do you think of it? I remember years ago I used to be obsessed with e.l.f. cosmetics. I remember I always used to order like the little creamy eyeshadow pots were in like a little cube, and the bronzers and the blushers, and then they came out with like, they've completely like expanded their brand so much recently. And I had a wee nose on it the other day, and they have so many good looking products, and even their skincare line looks amazing too. And I haven't tried e.l.f. products and I don't know how long, like years. I feel like I want to make a big order and just order a shitload of stuff and just do a video on it, because they seem to have like really good stuff in it at the moment. So the next question is, if you could change one thing about being on social media, what would you change? For example, the way people see you, etc. What would I change? I feel like if someone had asked me this about a year ago, I would have said to be myself more and just not care what people think as much. Whereas now, I'm just literally, I do not give a flying beep about what people think about me or say or do or anything. Like, it's got to the point now where I'm like, right, who cares? Because I don't care. You know what I mean? So like, if someone had asked me that question last year, I would have been like, I wish I could be myself more in my videos, just because I feel like whenever you just start YouTube, you're scared to express your own like personality and stuff, because you're scared of what people might think. But I feel like whenever you just get into it, like, what is the point? Like, you might as well just be yourself and be you for who you are and just continue with everything, you know what I mean? Tan or eyelashes, you have to give up one. Holy crap, this is so hot. I cannot do my makeup without putting eyelashes on, and I cannot film a video without doing tan, because I just hate myself pale. Like, I love myself being quite tan. My god, that's terrible. I feel like I would keep eyelashes, because you could just use a bronzer to bronze up your skin. So yeah, you could do that. Would you ever get a tattoo? If so, what would you get and where? I've actually got into this phase at the moment of tattoos, and I've been really loving them. Like, I would love, like, at the moment, I would love to be covered in tattoos. I don't know what the hell's gone into me, because if someone had said this to me a couple of months ago, I would have been like, no, definitely not. Like, you wouldn't want to do that to yourself. But I mean, now I just think it's so cool. Like, it's so, like, it's like an art on your body. And I mean, like, whenever you get tattoos, like, I feel like you can get them and they could mean so much to you and just remind you of like good things, or remind you of like a memory, or maybe perhaps someone who's passed away in your family. And if you get a tattoo in your body, that's such a nice wee thing of like remembering someone. But I feel like at the moment, if I was to get a tattoo, I would get it in the inside of my arm, on my collarbone, or on like my side, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure, but like, I don't think I would get a tattoo anytime soon, because I have no idea what I would get. But that's definitely like the three places that I like the inside of my arm, collarbone, and like the side of my ribcage. How quickly did you pass your How quickly did you pass your driving test? As soon as I turned 18, no, you can do your driving. Okay, so whenever I turned 17, I went straight out on the roads. Like, I was so eager to get driving, because it's just one thing that I've always wanted to do, like, quickly and just so fast. So as soon as I turned 17, I got my provisional, and then I got my driving lessons and all set up. My birthday's on the 8th of December, and it was like 2 weeks after that I started, and then I'd passed by the 24th of March. So it literally took me like 2.5 months, so it was pretty quick. At the start, I was doing like one lesson a month, and then it moved to one lesson a month. I was doing like one lesson every week, and then it got to the point where I was doing 2 lessons a week, which was really good, because you were getting like a lot of things in, and it was just so intense, and I felt like doing the 2 lessons a week was so beneficial. And I passed my theory first time, and I also passed my driving test first time, because I was just like, I need to do this, so thank God. Because see, if I had failed it, I would have been like, fuck. Favorite song at the moment, oh my gosh, I actually really love this wee song. I was singing it the other day and I was like, frig, remember this wee song, so. So I have that one. I love Make Love in This Club by Usher. The last question that I'm going to answer is, do you have any brothers or sisters? I have 2 brothers. I have my little baby brother George, which you probably always see on my Snapchat because he's like the cutest wee thing ever. He's 11 months now. Yeah, he's 11 months because he's 12 next month. So yeah, he's 11 months. And then I also have my bigger brother Callum. He's 11, he's coming 12 in May, so he's in 1st year. So yeah, I have 2 brothers and I love them. Okay guys, so that's all the questions that I'm going to answer in today's video. Let me know if you like this kind of style of question and answer, because I really loved like screenshotting your wee messages and just having a wee nosy through my Snapchat. It was great. But yeah, I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye!